Okay, we're going to talk about Nikki Haley and the research that we've done on her. A lot of people are bagging on her. A lot of people are calling her a sellout. So I went and deep dived on 6 different applications, maybe 7. Take a look. Those are the browsers that I use. Multiple browsers, multiple stories to make sure nothing's getting filtered out. I've looked at all the stories. I've done Google searches on, Nikki Haley dirt, all that. And what inspired me to do this video was when she said that this is only a 2-person race before Ron DeSantis conceded. So I thought to myself, how does she know that? And a lot of people were saying that in the media. They were saying it. How did she know that? What's it, her inside scoop or something? Well, this is what I've learned about why she said that. I did want to add, because this is kind of humorous. I was like, do you ever see Jim Carrey in Liar Liar? If you haven't seen that movie, it's a really great movie. He's a lawyer that can't lie because his son made a wish and he's kind of struggling. When I heard that Nikki Haley said that it's a 2-person race, I was like, really? That's a Jim Carrey thing. If you've seen the movie, you're laughing. If you didn't, maybe you'll go see the movie or you'll just move on. Okay, back to the details. Sorry for the digression. So it turns out that Nikki was actually pretty much right when she said it's a 2-person race, even though everybody was questioning how she knew it. And this is what she learned and why she said it. All right, so I'm gonna do a little reading. It is what it is. All right, so Nikki Haley, so she's taking a lead over Ron DeSantis in Iowa just days before the caucuses, the new poll finds. A Suffolk University poll conducted on January 6th to the 10th among 500 likely Republican caucus goers, it shows the former South Carolina governor and Florida's current governor both still trailing Donald Trump, of course, who has maintained a position front runner throughout the race. I'm happy about that. Of 54% of voters that say he's the first choice, according to the Suffolk poll. Ron DeSantis was one of the GOP's bright electoral spots in 2022. Most of us remember that, and I liked him. I mean, he's not nearly as engaging as President Trump, but I do like his policies. Ron DeSantis was one of the bright electoral spots in 2022, winning his re-election race by nearly 20 percentage points. He was implementing his conservative point of view in the months before his presidential launch. His policies included a high-profile fight with Disney that led to a lawsuit and 6-week abortion ban, drawing some concern from some worried he's pushing too far before a general election. Although DeSantis has a passion for fighting for culture wars, which anybody that thinks the insanity that's going on needs to be regulated somewhat, agrees with him. I'm one of those people. And that's something I like about Ron DeSantis' leadership in Florida. For instance, and here's a hot topic. For instance, there are only 2 genders, 1 man, 1 woman. The fact that that's an issue in our current time is remarkable to me. I believe it's just a distraction. It's doing great harm to the children and young adults. They don't know what's going on, but they believe they do. And now all they do is act out and get away with it. I'm working off notes here, people. Forgive me. I don't get the teleprompter like they do at CNN and Fox News. It's the fringe that gets most of the attention because it's kind of similar, to a train wreck or a car wreck. You can't stop but look. So on YouTube, it's very popular to have liberal people freaking out. It's not popular on the mainstream media, but you get caught in the algorithm. So if you see one person freaking out about a certain current culture issue, then you just keep getting it and getting it and getting it. So you get radicalized. That's part of the algorithms are designed to keep you watching. It's a business. They want to run ads. Who can blame them? But the negative thing about algorithms, in my opinion, is that it makes you hyper-focus on the issue at hand, and you get everything that supports your point of view rather than seeing 2 sides of points of view. So that's why I say I'm center, leaning right. And I'm a born-again Christian. So it's possible to be center and lean right. You don't have to go all the way over where you're screaming that you're going to hell. That's not necessary. And every Christian has a different way of honoring their God. I'll just say that. I'm trying to get you to understand, if you're not a Christian, how a Christian thinks. I hope that helps. The news is mostly misinformation. And unfortunately, when everybody was going, go online to get the truth, it's kind of turned itself over, and going online, you're getting everybody's perspective and you're not getting facts. That's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. I'm preparing for it. I'm doing it the right way because I don't want to do a correction video. It's not fun. So Matt Walsh has been battling the issue about the man and the woman thing. What is a woman? And let's do a quick clip of Matt Walsh. Just classic. It's classic. His reactions are really quite funny.
Woman is someone who is female, you said, right?
Correct. Is a biological female.
So what happens if we have maybe someone who is female, identifies as a woman, right? You know, cisgender woman, right? As you just explained, but maybe doesn't have the ability to reproduce. Maybe doesn't have those organs that you're talking about that are reproductive organs.
I have answered the question. You stood up here and said trans women are women.
Yes.
Tell me what you mean. What is a woman?
Womanhood is something that, just as Ethan explained, I cannot define because I am not myself.
You used the word. So
I know I'm digressing. Just hang with me. I just have to get into this little culture
So
thing.
here's the thing. I do not define what a woman is because I do not identify as a woman. Womanhood is something that is an umbrella term. It includes people who...
Things that make you go, You know what I mean. Ron DeSantis is popular with the GOP base. A group of Florida House members have endorsed President Trump. You know, the writing's on the wall for Ron. He ended his campaign on January 21st, 2024. I personally believe that he's a great governor of Florida. I like his policies, being a conservative Christian. And how to explain this? It's kind of sad, but it's true. He just doesn't have the personality that President Trump has. President Trump's got great policies, in my opinion. Let me know what your opinion is on that. But, and this has been said many times, it's not really about his personality, although many think it is. It's about his policies. And the personality we love. I mean, he's being more mellow right now in this current state of affairs, which I think is being smart. I think President Trump's a brilliant marketer. I do think he does dog whistles to certain groups of people. I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine about that. But he's doing that 3D chess thing while the Democrats are playing checkers. So it's fun to watch, isn't it? Sorry, I digressed. Back to Nikki Haley. So she does have connections with Boeing, and the finances that she has for the campaign is definitely the reason for subject of a lot of questions about her loyalty. I liked her when she was representing us in the UN, and I thought at that time that she'd be a good president during the UN thing. But now, being against President Trump and the funding and all those millions, I try to dig in and find it, guys, but I can't find it. I can't find all the donors. Maybe you can help me out with that. So let's face it, when it comes to being financed and a campaign you owe to the lobbyists, we can't have an upcoming 4 years of just old school politics again. It's a radical election this time. There's been lots of injustices over the past 4 years and longer. So I think it's important for the bull in the china shop again, even though he's being more mellow. I looked into Nikki Haley. I searched multiple search engines looking for dirt on Nikki Haley. I can't find anything. I know you don't like hearing that because everybody's saying, and I thought it too, even in my poll, our poll that we did, it basically, everybody's saying she's, bought and sold out. So where is the money coming from? Why is there no dirt on Nikki Haley? Is she really just that clean? I even looked into her daughter's ex account and looked at a number of things. And she seems like to be a very nice person, and the family seems very nice. So I'm not sure that she's a bad person. We can't find the information to support a point of view that she's sold out. If you know something, here's the email below. Just send a message that brings back the links that are facts. Please just do facts, don't do opinions. That are facts about it, and I'll report on it. But what I found about Nikki Haley right now, and maybe the money paid for it, but she seems squeaky clean. That's what's going on around Nikki Haley. So that's why there's a big question mark in the front of this video, because we don't know. It makes you go, why can't I find anything about Nikki Haley? she's either actually a really good person that is trying to become president, or she's bought out because there's so much money coming towards her, which we know there's a lot of money going towards her. That's the one thing with President Trump is that I don't get any inkling that he's sold out to anybody. And that's what I really love about him, and I'm sure you too. This is William Wieting. Well, not this is William Wieting. Let me just first say this. Please, 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 share these videos. I'm trying to get people to know that I'm back. It's kind of like flying a plane. You're getting off the ground, and you're starting to get up there, and you're going to find altitude. That's kind of the mode we're in right now. If you would subscribe, and you would tell your friends about it, and you post on it, and you share it, especially sharing it, will help out greatly for us to get to more people, get the message out, report the truth with some opinions. I can't help myself. And this is William Wieting from MustangMedic. Know that you're appreciated, and I hope you're safe. I thank you again for the support that you're showing me in that last video. That was a tough one, but I am grateful. Thank you very much. Welcome to the studio. Things are getting set up slowly but surely. Got 2 interviews going this week. One tomorrow, one on Thursday. The next day, the edited version will come out, so that's going to be on Friday and on Wednesday and Friday. I did a deep dive, and I got some text from Mario where he said there's a sworn affidavit that Nikki Haley cheated on her husband. Again, I'm looking into the evidence, guys. I'm not a Nikki Haley apologist. Believe me, I support President Trump, but I also have to support the facts. Yes, it's a sworn affidavit, but yes, it's still hearsay. It's still 2 people saying that there was an affair out in the open. And if the biggest issue with her is that there's an affair and that's all they can find, it's still, how many people have had affairs? I mean, I'm not being an apologist for that either, but I've never had an affair. But there are people that have had affairs, many of them, and it still doesn't disqualify them to run for president. I mean, Lord knows JFK had affairs while he was married to Jackie O. While he was in office, the CIA and the Secret Service protected him. There's a lot. They still very much love the president. I mean, Martin Luther King had affairs. I mean, he's a great man, and he took a lot of risks to free his people. So I'm going to leave this at the end of the clip, just as an interjection. I still, although I want President Trump to be president, I can't really find anything other than hearsay that the Daily Mail is reporting. It's sworn affidavit. It's different than just walking in. But again, it's just witness testimony saying something, and it's not a video, it's not proof. It's 2 people claiming, I think it's 2 people, 1 or 2 people, might be more, claiming what they saw. So this is William Wieting, just searching for the truth. I could do a bash video on her, but straight up hours of looking into her. I mean, I searched, Nikki Haley dirt on her. I mean, nothing. And, and one of these witnesses, from what I understand, is a lobbyist. So maybe the lobbyist didn't get what they wanted from Nikki and is doing this thing. But I'm sure if I ran for president, there'd be lots of people claiming lots of things. And some would be true and some would be false. So this is William Wieting signing off again. Had to interject this because of Mario telling me he's got dirt on her. And I looked at it and I go, still hearsay. Tell me if you disagree. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you.